Golan-Globus, you're completely cooled off at this point. We had a nice relaxation period. All of our synergies are synergized again. Our
Spring's here.
spring's here.
You know it's here because I shaved off my winter beard and Griff grew his spring mustache.
That's right.
So spring is here.
It's back. Hold on. Let's. Yeah, that's
Spring
the,
is sprung.
That's the mustache bristling into the microphone.
This is clean face.
That's
No one
clean
can't
face.
hear anything.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a whisper. Murray, we're going back to the land down under.
Yeah,
Australia.
we were just there a couple weeks ago, but I felt the siren call one more time.
Yeah, you heard that siren call. The oi. Oi!
Oi!
That's what it is.
Foster's beer.
And
Koalas.
it came up last week with Mike, and we got to give a huge shout out to the Internet Archive. Thank the fucking Lord for the Internet Archive, because you know where we get Spider-Man from? The Internet Archive.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is where we get all our foreign films from.
Right. Man from Hong Kong. What did Prime want me to pay? Was it $5, $10 on Prime?
$2 for a 24-hour rental.
Oh, it's $2?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't pay.
I don't want to pay.
You guys don't pay, so why should we?
That's right.
That's what I look at it.
So I was glad that I was looking around. I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to have to fucking pay for this shit. And then I was like, let me try one other thing. Internet Archive. That beautiful bastard. Mike was telling us that Sedaris' movie 7, I believe it was.
Yeah.
He downloaded from the Internet Archive. Beautiful website.
So now, after you listen to our great review, you'll have no excuse not to watch the movie.
That's right. I mean, we're going to sell the shit out of this movie. This is a pretty fun movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot about this movie, so I was a little disappointed in it. It didn't live up to the hype.
Okay.
I still enjoyed it, but
Right. This actually did have some fun action scenes in it.
yeah, I mean, for 50 years ago, yeah.
Right. I did like quite a few of them. That fucking kitchen brawl went on forever, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, this was an Australian and Hong Kong co-production. So it even though 90% of it takes place in Australia, it was 50-50.
Okay.
So half was filmed there, half was filmed in Australia. And so we get Jimmy Wang Yu from Master Flying Guillotine and The One-Armed Swordsman. So he was hot at that time.
Okay.
Maybe he was going to be the next Bruce Lee, they thought. 'Cause I think originally Brian Trownchild Smith, the director, who of course directed Turkey Shoe, which we've already done, he wanted Bruce Lee, obviously. Everybody wanted Bruce
who
Lee.
wouldn't?
But then Bruce died, of course. And so this was his second choice. Because I don't think Jackie Chan hasn't ascended yet.
So Bruce Lee probably would have signed on because you got.
This would have been awesome with Bruce. Bruce Lee could have pulled it off because the whole idea was Bruce Lee movies meets James Bond. And Bruce Lee has that coolness to him.
He does have that relaxed coolness. Let it come to you. This turkey got no game at all.
Bruce Lee has like a sexiness to him.
Yes. He probably has had sex. Where this guy,
Jimmy's never wanged anybody, let alone you.
That's a good play on his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently he was a fucking piece of shit during the entire production of this film.
Right.
He was like being a dick to he hated white people, especially white women. So he was a dick to all that actresses that he had to do sex scenes with.
He probably loved his love interest, who is in this movie for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Even though he meets his love interest randomly. And on their super hot, sexy date, picnic montage, she actually pulls her eyes back and makes a Chinese.
Chuckled.
Yeah, he did. I'm sure the actor loved that
She
bit.
could have done the whole me Chinese, me play joke thing, but she didn't go that far.
He did have a Coke there.
Yeah, but no pee was put in that Coke.
As far as we know.
Yeah, well, he probably could have because, like I said, he was a real dick to the people to the point where Roger Ward, who we all know and love, is Fifi from. I was like, what? I've never seen this guy with hair and no mustache, and I did not like it.
Looks like a kitten with hair and no mustache.
I did not like it.
Mad Max,
he didn't
looks
like
intense.
it.
Yeah. And this movie,
and he kept that look till I don't know if he's alive anymore, but he kept that look through. He was in Turkey Shoot. He had the shaved head and the mustache, and so it threw me off. But he was like a professional wrestler. So at one point, he goes to the director and he's like, "Do you want me to straighten this motherfucker out because he's pissing everybody off?" And they're like, no, it's cool. Don't worry.
He could
about
stretch the fuck out of that little guy.
it. Right.
And fuck him. Be cool, man. Especially if you're going to be making out with multiple women.
Well, I think he was under the impression when he came there, because he was in Hong Kong, he was a big star, that he thought like he was going to direct the movie, or at least like because Brian Trenchard Smith was a newbie, and I don't think this was his first movie. It was one of his first, and so I think he thought he was going to take over. Like, you don't know how to direct that. At the time, he probably had a point. Jimmy Wang Yu. Like,
I think
he would know more about fight choreography.
Yeah.
But still, you can be cool about it.
I think he only had Stuntmen as the other one. Stunt Rock or something.
Stunt Rock.
Stunt Rock.
That's a movie I think people want us to do, but I don't know how we could do it. Because I believe all it is people doing stunts and this band called Sorcery or something playing a concert.
Wow.
That might be a quick tippy tap. I don't know if we could do an episode on that. I'd have to look into it. I believe it's on like YouTube. It's available.
We'll have to look into that. But I did accidentally, because Australia is the theme, so I ended up watching a lot of Australian shit this week and not even realizing it.
Was it like Mad Max, where they dubbed in English, American accents?
No, I did not have to go through that bullshit. But you guys brought up on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, well, technically that's it.
I know it's not, but
it had the only Australian Bond. Which I learned. I always thought he got fired because people didn't like him. No, he got like full of himself, and they wanted to sign him for more Bonds. He's like, I'm too big for Bond. Like, he fucked himself. So George Lazenby, I don't feel bad. I used to feel bad for the guy because I always thought he was a decent Bond.
Yeah.
But no, you fucked yourself, dude. Sorry.
I thought he was good, and Telly's
great. Diane Riggs is the Bond girl. She's great. I love Diane Riggs.
Amazing. She was great too. Yeah.
Only Bond girl good enough for Bond to marry.
That's right. I mean, I thought it was like something he married her on a like working an angle or something. No, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And of course, that was the inspiration. That was like what the main Austin Powers movie was based on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he ends up marrying Vanessa at the end of Austin Powers, and they were loosely basing it on that. But Blofeld and the White Cat,
right, yeah.
Dr. Evil, so all that bullshit. But really fun movie. Really enjoyed that one.
Underrated Bond movie.
Yeah. And then I happened to come across, just picking a movie on a whim here, I ended up at Dead End Drive-In.
Yeah.
No big deal. I was like, oh, this is an Australian movie? Didn't fucking know that. Going through the movie, getting to the end, the third night, the kids are stuck at the drive-in. What's going on the screen? The Man from Hong Kong.
And great cross-promotion by Brian Trenchard Smith.
I couldn't believe it, so I had to look it up then, and then I realized it's the same director.
Yeah.
Possibly writer, maybe just director. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. There's cuts of various scenes, but they're shot in a weird order.
Out of continuity.
Yeah, out of continuity. And to top it off, not Australian at all, but I did watch, what is it? What was it called here? Alone in the Dark. Great Donald Pleasance feature.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I know that one.
Yeah, I want to say it was mid-'80s.
Okay.
And Donald Pleasance is playing. He's like a doctor for like really mentally unstable people and everything that happen to be murderers as well. But he's like the cool, free-loving type, and he's smoking out of a weird pipe and everything. And he's just like, everything is okay, everybody. He will not harm me. It's your friend. I can't remember his name in the movie. Dr. P! And, yeah, he gets brutally murdered, and he's like, what? Love Donald Pleasance. So I had a fun time with movies this week, but Murray, you keep reminding me.
We got to talk. I mean, we've been so busy with guests. We've had 3 guests in a row. So I know everyone's clamoring, what have we been up to? Nobody even knew what we did for our birthdays. Griff went to Louisville. I fought a pit bull. And that's not even a joke. I fought a pit bull.
It's not a joke.
But, yeah, we got news that both of us are not particularly happy about. Even though it's starring someone we're both fans of, right?
Oh, yeah. Love Bob.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. We love, from Mr. Show, from Better Call Saul, and Breaking Bad. He's great in drama. I didn't really care for that one movie he did. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
Where he was like the
action guy.
Hidden badass.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But you sold it to me. It's just... He suddenly goes from zero to hero instead of being like having really sloppy fights and everything. He's just like, I'm really good at this, actually.
Yeah, it was almost like a thing where like his brain switched on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Too stylized?
Way too stylized.
Exactly.
But, but he's still great as Saul and, his Mr. Show characters. So Okay.
Oh boy.
They're going to be doing, I'm sure you guys have already heard about it. Our fans are in the know about everything, but we'll tell you our opinion about it. They're going to be doing a remake of The Room by Tommy Wiseau. And first of all, way to strike while the iron is ice cold.
20 years later.
And no, because I know what it's going to be. It's going to be one of these vanity projects where a bunch of comedians get together, friends, and they're all having a great time, and they're all like almost winking constantly at the camera, and it's going to be awful.
It's going to be the worst.
They're all going to let you know they're in on the joke, and that Tommy Wiseau's an asshole, and we need to make fun of him.
Right.
We don't need to see this.
Even because I read the book. My friend Sarah actually bought it for me years ago for my birthday and loved it. I thought the book was very interesting. It's taken from the perspective of Greg Sestero, I think his name is, who plays the male lead in the original Room. Yeah. And so he was roommates with Tommy for a good while there, because here's a newsflash. I didn't realize this. San Francisco is incredibly expensive.
From what I hear, yeah.
Yeah, and we question why there's a lot of homeless people there. But so he's like, well, I'm not getting paid as an actor.
It was made in San Francisco? I thought it was made in L.A. It was San Francisco?
I think they lived in San Francisco, but I'm sure they made it in like L.A. and everything. But yeah. So Tommy had the place there, and he was like, yeah, I think Tommy sold it to him as, I don't even live in this place I have in San Francisco. There's a big mystery on how Tommy got the money to make the movie. Yeah. See, the lore and everything to Tommy Wiseau was so fascinating did
you ever see the Franco movie?
Yeah.
Did they cover any of that?
They tried to. They tried to get a little bit. I don't think they did. I think they just did.
Just the making of the movie?
Yeah. It was just kind of like tales from the novel. Okay. And so they didn't. I don't think they got too much into how he made his money. I watched it in theaters. I haven't seen it since. Okay. And that movie came out probably in 2008 or something.
Really?
10, 11. I don't know. Okay. But it's been over 10 years. Okay. And we've watched hundreds of movies since then.
At least 252.
But there's so many interesting stories to tell. Remaking this movie is going to be a complete
it's always, because like I said, we can tell it's just going to be this friends getting together, making each other laugh. That's because you guys are having a good time doesn't mean we're going to have a good time watching it. That's why I steered clear of those Knives Out movies, because I get that vibe off those movies. Like, it's very like, hey, man, we're just a bunch of superstars, and we're just going to have a laugh and have a good time.
I saw the first one, and I thought it was very okay. I was sick of people saying it was so good. I don't like Rian Johnson as a director at all.
Except for that, you said your favorite Star Wars movie.
Yes, of course.
Because Luke milked creature and then sucked the
I actually haven't seen the movie. I've seen the clip, and I have it, just like people redo the steamed buns, steamed hams thing from The Simpsons and Thousand Styles. I saw that clip of him milking
an alien creature. Sentient being.
1,000 times, 1,000 different artists redrawing it and reprogram. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, here's the thing. I have no real hardcore connection with The Room.
Have you even seen it yet?
Yeah, I was late to the party. I knew about it, and by the time it gotten around to me, I just didn't care. It was over, So I was like, I don't need to see it. Until about 5 years ago, our buddy Hair Metal Sean, who had the Blu-ray, was like, watch this.
Oh, okay.
And I watched it, and I get why people like it. I wasn't like excruciating to watch. But I mean, it was a movie that went nowhere. I mean,
no.
It didn't. But
it's perfect.
I get why it's like it has its followers.
Because we love our misunderstood genius. We love the authenticity of the movie. Tommy thought he was making high art.
Right.
That's where the joke is. That's where everything
the complete
is.
opposite of what the remake's going to be.
Exactly. It ruins it. Yeah. So it's gonna be so annoying. I can't wait to hear everybody on the internet go, oh my God, I can't wait to see Ben Affleck as Tommy Wiseau.
It's gonna be Ben Stiller. It's gonna be that kind of that group. Like David Cross will probably show up. He'll play the little kid guy.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All that shit.
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot of that. And yeah, we object. We're boycotting.
Yeah.
You should boycott it.
$10 whole gone right there. Unless
20. You haven't been. You haven't been to a movie in 10 years. It's like fucking $10, $15 to see a movie now.
Yeah, I only go to
They're not-
matinees.
Yeah, that's like a matinee is like $10-$12.
Is it now?
It's fucking. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to the movies. Last movie I was at I was with you.
Oh,
so I
wow.
don't know.
And the last few movies we've gone to, of course, have been free for us because they were
Well, they weren't free.
Our
I paid for
our
mine.
our friend bought out the theater,
Yeah.
and he said, "Of course, you guys are free of charge."
No, he did that to you. I paid him, motherfucker.
Motherfucker,
He's a motherfucker for making me pay. Not you.
motherfucker.
He motherfuckered me. Yeah.
No, I was just doing the motherfucker.
But enough of a movie we don't want to see. Let's talk about a movie we do want to see because we watched it 2 days ago. The Man from Hong Kong. I think we went over it already.
We kind of already did.
Are we ready for just the fucking the trailer?
I mean, we got everybody teased up already. We got everything on cover. We talked about movies. We talked about kicking pit bulls.
Well, yeah.
It was an act of defense, everybody. Murray
course it
doesn't just walk
was.
around.
I
kicking
hate
pit
that I
bulls.
was put in that position, but if it's my dog or that dog, it's your dog's gonna get fucked up.
Dog's gonna get fucked up. Murray bruised his toe.
I did. I kicked the dog so hard in its fucking concrete block head that I bruised the knuckle on my toe.
That's fucked up, man.
It is fucked up.
It's fucked up.
But what isn't fucked up is this trailer. If you like hang gliding,
Oh my God, we do.
then hang in for the at the end of this trailer for The Man from Hong Kong.
Nobody is safe from the man from Hong Kong.
Listen, there's a Chinese cop in town. He's beginning to annoy me. Yeah, I think he should meet with a slight accident.
Jimmy Wong Yu is the man from Hong Kong. A furious arsenal of martial arts. With his sights set on smashing organized crime.
In my country, Caroline, we have a sport. We take the giant praying mantis, put him in the wooden cage, and make him fight for his life with his own kind. I thought you would enjoy such a sport.
You and Jack Wilton in a wooden cage. He's a very dangerous man.
George Lazenby is Jack Wilton. Gunrunner, dope peddler, ruthless czar of international evil.
I've never met a Chinese yet that didn't have a yellow streak.
East meets West. In a head-on clash with no holds barred. Golden Harvest, who made Bruce Lee a box office smash, have joined with Australia's action specialists to produce a death-defying spectacle that staggers the senses. The man from Hong Kong knows no rules. Everyone he runs across is never quite the same again.
I understand the gunman is dead. How did that happen?
I killed him.
Really? Well, in that case, you deserve a cigar.
Thank you. I don't smoke.
Tell me, Inspector, do you often take white girls to bed?
Only on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
This is nice.
What did you expect? Acupuncture?
So do yourself a favor and answer a few questions.
省点劲儿吧，可你妈来陪我，我也不会告诉你。
Yeah, and I love you too.
This is Australia, mate, not 55 days at Peking.
Hey, don't give me any shit.
Provoke him at your peril.
I want that lunatic stopped.
Nothing stands in his way. For long. Nobody's safe. From the man from Hong Kong.
We are opening up. That was a great trailer. Maybe it explains something. Maybe it was just sound effects.
It explained everything.
Oh, you actually watched the trailer?
No, because I saw Brian Smith talking about he cut the trailer himself, and he says, "Yeah, I gave everything away in the trailer. I probably gave away too much, but hey."
Did it say anything though? Because often those trailers will just show people shooting and combat noises.
I think it was a combination.
Okay, I hope so. Because I hate when I have to leave people with a minute of oh,
it's great, but just just a car revving, it sucks.
Yeah. We do have some long car chase. You know, some people say that we're the long car chase of podcasting, but you got it. No, you got it all wrong. We're gold.
Something happens when we talk.
That's right.
So we start out. We got a prologue. We're setting up the man from Hong Kong.
We got a prologue, huh?
Well, yeah, we don't go right to the main title.
Right, it's James Bond.
Exactly. You got to have that action scene, but it doesn't have the man from Hong Kong in it though. That's the thing. It sets up a guy that I wanted to see more of. Bob Taylor, played by Roger Ward, aka Fifi.
Yeah. I thought the Bond thing was always a completely different mission that leads in. And in Her Majesty's Secret Service. Surface.
What is Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Well, clearly, Murray.
Is it shaved?
It's the butthole.
Is it shaved?
Yes, it's bleached too.
That's why she died.
Bleach OD. Tide Pod up the butthole. But in that movie, what's her name? I don't remember what her name even was in it. But she's introduced into the beginning of the movie, and they meet, and the rolls from there. So it was kind of cool how that worked out.
Yeah. Well, this one, we're at Ayers Rock, which is a big landmark, which at this time, you could, as we see in the movie, you could climb up it. Now I guess it's a sacred spot for Aborigines, so they actually acquiesced finally and said, no, you can't go up and fuck with it anymore. But at the time, you could do that. And as you could see, because they had a chain that ran up the whole thing, you could use to walk up.
Yeah, the 70s, man.
Yeah, so we see there's a tourist bus coming to this landmark, and we see a unsavory character who's got a suitcase full of money.
Right, and a scar on his face.
No, this is different.
You're going for the greasy guy.
Yes, this is the guy with the money.
The greasy guy's already at he's not on the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a car. He's parked
You're right. He had a car, and he has a suitcase full of money and a gun.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're on the bus, and we see I recognize this guy. This is Sammo Hung, dude, from all the many Jackie Chan movies. He's known for being fat. He wasn't that fat in this one. He was actually svelte.
He looked like Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee?
Yeah, the comedian, modern comedian. He had that same kind of pudgy face and everything.
He had an awful fake scar on his face.
I don't know about you.
Hanging off.
It was something that came out of the Creepy Crawler kit.
He had Chucky haircut.
Yes, he did.
So he's looking great.
Yes, he looked great.
And he was looking nervous, and we see an unfamiliar face to me because it was a naked face and a fucking clothed head.
Imagine Tom Selleck with no mustache. Thank you, you can't.
Right, yeah. Fucking Roger Ward, a.k.a. Bob Taylor.
Right. He could
Aussie policeman.
He could literally go out, Tom Selleck, and murder 100 people right now, and the police would be like, we're on the lookout for Tom Selleck. He could shave his mustache. Nothing would identify him. Fingerprints would somehow change. His blood type would change. That's how big it is for Fifi to be missing his mustache.
Yeah, so I was stunned for a second.
Yeah,
okay,
who is this turkey?
Yeah, I went with it. Turkey shoot.
Turkey shoot.
And he's watching this guy.
We noticed that they have similar briefcase. Well, not even briefcases. They're like...
It's a suitcase.
Just a flimsy vinyl suitcase.
Well,
it's not a Kinshate case.
So Sammo gets off, and Bob's pretending to be a tourist, so he's taking pictures, but he's getting evidence. He's a cop.
Yeah, you know when you're taking a picture, you should always stand behind people.
Yeah. And then we see the switcheroo. We saw it in Monkey Hustle.
That's right.
That's probably where Sammo got the idea.
Definitely is.
And Bob's like, all right, the switch has been made. Calls in the chopper.
Right.
The bad guys scatter. The greasy guy goes to his car. Sammo runs up Ayers Rock. He doesn't know what to do.
He's got the agility to run up the rock, so he's going to be running up that rock. We got Bob now chasing after him. He's not looking agile. He's got, tight pants on and everything.
It was a style.
He's got a $500 camera around his neck that he's got to be careful about.
Right.
The police precinct's going to want that back.
Right. So he goes up, chases Samuel. They cut to the chase. They just fight, and Bob gets the best of him. Meanwhile, the other guy who got picked up the money, because it was a drug trade. Well, he picked up the drugs, I should say. Samuel got the money.
Yeah, it's clean, straight, Australians' finest. Actually, Hong Kong's finest. Heroin. Was it heroin?
Yes, it was heroin.
Okay.
Because cocaine is from South America.
Oh, right. Of course.
And so, come on, we've done so many heroin, cocaine movies.
I'm not used to people gumming heroin.
When are we doing Scarface?
Are we actually going to do Scarface? Oh, okay.
Here's the thing about Scarface. You can tell a lot about a person's intelligence and like taste if they think Scarface is an actual good movie. Like it's an entertaining movie. Don't get me wrong. I find Scarface entertaining, but there's people who think it's like Academy Award like level. It's like they're usually dumb.
I thought it did win awards.
I don't think so. No, it was trash.
Okay.
We're gonna actually be doing a few Brian De Palma movies next month, so we'll be doing some beautiful. I mean, Brian De Palma does great trash, but it's still trash. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. No, we're in the John Waters
This
camp.
is our whole fucking show is about, for the most part.
Exactly. Learning to love our trash. I mean, come on.
And not intellectualize it. Just go, I love it, but for what it is. I don't need to put a metaphor on this thing about fucking society.
When we were talking about Dead End Drive-In off mic, I was just saying, yeah, I just kind of went along with the ride. It's crazy dystopian shit. I love that. Australia was big on that because their country's vast and empty. And so when I watched it again 10 years later last night, I was like, oh fuck, this is trying to do a whole social commentary type thing. Yeah. I don't enjoy this movie as much anymore because it was a whole people living off the government, then they welcome in immigrants, and they're like, get these fucking people out of here.
Well, I'm glad you said that because there's none of that in The Man from Hong Kong.
It's exactly
just
zero.
Kick in action.
Except for the one, pull back my eyes. That was a little...
That was very topical.
Right.
So the guy who's got the heroin takes off. A chopper just follows him. He just crashes his car on his own. But because you got to have... Cars always explode in movies, no matter... Like a fender bender, they explode.
Right.
Did you notice? And they would do this with CGI now. Fucking car door goes flying toward the camera, like barely misses the camera.
No shit.
It's like, and that would have been a CGI shot nowadays, but that just happened. That was just a lucky thing that just happened.
God damn. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't keen enough on this movie to watch it a second time.
All right.
Where I would have caught that. Anyways. So, Chan, this is our Asian man with the scar.
Wing Chan, played by Sammo Hung.
Like you said, he's chased all the way up the fucking the rock there, caught by Bob, and they're gonna check that bag.
By the way, Sammo supposedly did the fight choreography for this movie as well.
Sammo
Hung.
Sammo Hung. Okay.
Yeah, who's playing Wing Chan?
Okay. And so they get his bag, they open it up. Everybody else has incredibly colorful money. Like, look at that. I got Icelandic money. I got my New Zealand money up there. Colorful. Ours is just the barest, bullshittiest green. Would you like colorful money here?
That's what sets us apart.
That makes ours
cooler.
All
about green.
I like it.
All about the green. Now we got to say it's all about the red, yellow, and blue.
That's right. And that could be confusing. It might seem like some people who might... Kanye's back. Do you know about this whole thing?
Yeah, I already liked 21 Jump Street, so he likes Jews again.
We can never be as funny as Kanye West. He's the funniest man alive. And also dangerous. But anyways.
So they arrest Sammo because he ain't smuggling sherbet, baby.
It's heroin. Like you said, I'm not used to gumming heroin. So that's why
Chan ain't talking because he don't know English. And he just says you can shove it up your ass and then close it on the way out.
That's right. He might be smuggling heroin up his ass, too.
So Bob's like, I guess we go to call in a man from, Hong Kong.
I know a man from Hong Kong.
Then we get that great song that cost them $50,000 a license from the band Jigsaw, who maybe was big in Australia, I've never fucking heard of. Rocking out the sky high.
It's no licorice rope, I'll say that much.
It is not.
Come aboard the licorice ride.
But I was listening to this guy's very weird voice. I was like, I think there's Uncle Acid in the Deadbeats. I think they got their sound from fucking Jigsaw. So I guess Jigsaw did something well. So, and Sky High fits because there's a lot of hand gliding going on in this opening
Oh boy, not since we watched Massacre at Central High.
Which, by the way, our friend Mel, we did a Rucker Horror movie, was raving about our episode just yesterday.
Oh, thank you, Mel.
He said the nuances, the subtle nuances we brought to that movie.
Thank you. That's what we try to do. You know, everyone's telling us you got to shorten your podcast. You got to shorten. We're the only people out here doing the real investigative work, telling you the whole fucking story.
Right.
Everything's in context because we don't leave anything out.
Right. We're thorough. You know, by the time you're done, you don't need to see the movie because we've told you the movie. The movie is in your head now.
But you're more than welcome to check out the movie to correct our work.
On archive.org.
On Internet Archive.
Internet Archive.
And I don't know if it's a .org. Just search Internet Archive.
I'm pretty sure it's an org.
You are going to be excited about this.
Yes.
I was invited to participate in Google's own ChatGPT. And so I signed up for it.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Intrigued.
Because we're going to come up with a lot of questions. And we're going to be saying, who's the best action star? You know, we're going to propose all these questions. Is Rucker Hauer...
I want to say, write a movie starring Steve James.
That'll take a while. We'll work on this.
I want to see what they could do with it.
We'll have a lot of fun with this, hopefully. Anyways.
So, all right, now we're introduced to Jimmy Wang Yu, and he's like firing a gun, perfect headshots, no Abilene blood in this guy at all. First of all, you don't know how to fuck. Second of all, he knows how to shoot.
Right.
And so we're getting a nice little montage of the badassery. He's kicking some recruits' asses from the Hong Kong police.
Right. I mean, if you're going to have any, just like in a wrestling match, you got to have him beating up jobbers and everything. You got to show this guy is big.
So when I'm seeing the hand gliding, I'm thinking that's Jimmy Wang Yu. That's Fang, his character's
Fang.
name. No, it's not. It's a mildly, somewhat attractive Australian woman.
Yeah.
Who lands right in the middle of the Hong Kong Square, wherever the police department. And her name's Caroline, but is her name Karen Line? Because she pulls the white woman card. Because they're like, this is highly unusual. Because, of course, obviously, Jimmy Wang Yu, his first, he probably didn't even know English. If he did, it was probably broken. So they had to dub him. Right. I accepted this. You know, I hate Australian movies that have dubbing in them ever since Mad Max. I accepted this because it was done by the guy who poisoned Indiana Jones at the beginning of Temple of Doom.
Interesting.
He did the voiceover. He did a very stiff, shitty job, by the way.
Hey.
He's supposed to be suave. He's supposed to be James Bond.
Right. And the acting alone does not work for him. He doesn't exactly... I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy. He just doesn't have
He's
that...
just nerdy looking.
He's
not
just
ugly. He's just nerdy.
Like our Australian James Bond. I forget his name.
George Lazenby.
He also was not like the most handsome man in the world, but he had that rugged, good look to him. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, yeah.
This guy looked like a little boy.
He looked like a child. I'm sorry. You look like a child.
And he's like, wow.
Sounds like you act like a child, too. You kiss like a child, fucking licking all over faces.
God. It's not every day someone lands in. He's like, well, I'm an Australian woman. I can do whatever I want.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah, she's a journalist. She's learning about hang gliding firsthand.
That's right.
I think we probably went over this with Central Park, but would you ever hang glide? I would never fucking get up in a hang glide.
I think I would.
How would you learn how to do that? Because, I'm sure now you got to go with somebody. Like parachuting, you have to go with somebody now.
Yeah.
But I bet back then it's just like, wing it. Just fucking go. And it's terrifying.
I don't think I would ever be able to do it if they were like, all right, there you go on your own. I would never be able to do that. But, yeah, I could do it with, somebody actually
I saw a clip on somewhere. Guy was doing the hang gliding. They forgot to click him on. So he's literally hanging off of the guy.
Fuck, man. He probably came back and he was just
he was literally hang gliding.
He grew muscles the size of the Grinch's heart after it was all grown and everything.
So yeah, this is a little meet cute. She's a journalist. Doing a story on hang gliding.
Yeah, she should be doing a story about Me Too because she's about to be Me Too'd. Or he's about to Me Too her. I don't know how Me Too is supposed to be used in that context. Because she's just like, She literally commits a crime by hang gliding into the police compound.
But she was a white woman, so it's not a crime.
But technically,
it's a misunderstanding when a white woman does
I
it.
understand what you're trying to say here, but it's like technically it's a crime, and so he's hanging that over her head, and he's like, I could take you down the police precinct right now, but instead I'm going to take you up to this beautiful cliffside where he could A, dump the body, B, toss her off, 3, have his way with
I
her.
think she's going to toss him off.
That's right. Well, yeah, she could fucking armbar that man easily.
So she's like, let me tell you about your country, because that's what us white people do.
Yeah. Let me tell you about your... Even Wilton does that to him later in the movie.
Right. Well, he's a villain. He should do that.
Yeah.
And she's just like, look, Hong Kong is great for kite lifting. They call hang gliders kites, apparently, here. But it's because of the awful pollution.
Right.
This country is beautiful, but it stinks like dog shit. And how can you, as a cop, afford a Mercedes? And he's like, let me show you. Let me take you home.
God,
I don't know what he said.
The implication to all this is, I could imprison you in China where you can't even speak the language. You won't know what the fuck's going on here. I could do that at any point. Why
Not
did
China. This is Hong Kong. This is when the British should.
Okay, so
ran
this
Hong
is...
Kong.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was somewhat safe.
Okay. But anyway, it's still a foreign nation to her.
Right.
It's under the Queen's rule, though, is what I'm learning.
So as we learned in the 70s, this is okay to do this. To strong-arm a woman from sex by threatening to put them in jail.
Right. That's why I said it's not the Me Too movement yet.
So they go back. Oh, man.
I thought you got lost, but no, you're just disgusted by this.
0.0 on the Sweetson scale. This guy had no sexual fight choreography up the ass.
No, I like a lot of his action scenes, but
did not translate to the when he's fucking horizontal. Did not translate.
No.
He's on top of her, goes in for the kiss, and just licks her face like I've seen dogs give more romantic kisses to a chick with peanut butter on her face than this guy. That's what it looked like. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
He didn't know how. It's like, did he ever kiss a woman before? Like,
Fuck
maybe there's the French kiss, which is the one most people do, where you put the tongue in the mouth.
In the mouth.
Maybe the Chinese kiss, you lick around the mouth, because that's what he's doing. Maybe it's a cultural misunderstanding, and I'm not getting it.
Maybe it is. Maybe we're ignorant to a cultural, fucking thing here, but we're watching this. We know the Sweetson scale. The Sweetson scale does not see race. It does not see color. It just sees movements. It hears music. It feels environment. It sees the lighting in the room. It's a beautiful scale that trails all boundaries. What is the word? Anyways, this is fucking awful.
Yeah.
And there's usually right in the notes.
Keep in mind, this is supposed to be the Chinese James Bond.
Yes, I watched James Bond fuck 19 women in on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And he got on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and it was hot.
The secret's out.
The secret is out. No, we did not even write Sweetson sail into the notes because there's no point.
There's no music playing.
Nothing.
And there's no sexual movements or choreography.
There's no lying. There's no, leading her on. Let me tell you about your family heritage.
There is a line. You're my first Chinese. Have you ever been with a white woman? I only fuck white women on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's how he delivered he didn't deliver the line. That's how David Chow delivered the line.
I would say he sold him short, but no, he got it right. This guy
reminded me of fucking Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Big Adventure, where he's in the movie because they make a movie of Pee Wee's Big Adventure where James Brolin plays P.W. Herman.
Okay, I've never.
So they gave a role to Pee Wee as a hotel clerk, and they dubbed his voice like, Beijing, Mr. Herman. Beijing, Mr. Herman.
You've done this before.
Mr. Herman
yeah.
To the front desk.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what it was. That equivalent to that.
All right.
So he gets the call.
Yeah, Fang has climax 14 times because he's a child. And he's like, I got to get back to merry old Australia. He's going to for the first time.
Because he's got to because he's been looking for Wing Chan, played by Sammo Hung.
Right. He's reviewing the files because he's a great detective and everything. He's flying. He's not even flying first class. He's flying commercial. Yeah.
Well, even though he does have a Mercedes.
Right. I do have a Mercedes.
So yeah, he's met by Bob Taylor, played of course by Fifi, and another familiar face that we just talked about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Murray keeps bringing up that. My hair's down right now, but man, I've getting the toe cutter fluff going.
Yeah, fucking Hugh Keys-Byrne, the toe cutter, playing a bronze.
A bronze. That's right. Yes, they call the cops bronze.
Maury Gross.
Oh,
And that's a perfectly named character because he's supposed to be the slob cop.
right.
So he's got, I mean, he still can't tame that rock star hair. It's just flowing.
It's so good. And he's not, like, we're used to this is supposed to be, and I'm going to say the word dirty cop in a different sense, though. He's a narcotics cop.
Right.
So he's clean compared to
Filthy cop. He's a filthy cop is what he is.
Yeah. But he's wearing rags and everything. He looks like he's wearing a tunic with a belt over it. So he's like doing some Tolkien cosplay here.
He's working on his look.
It's amazing. But what I realize is, like, I do kind of want to see more of his movies. Because I do like his acting style.
He didn't do a lot.
He didn't do a lot. He didn't do enough. Like, he's in the first act, gets maybe 3 scenes.
Who was casting movies in the 70s and 80s? We talk about so many actors. They're so, like, mesmerizing. Like, your eyes go to them.
Right.
And then you look at their IMDb, and it's like 10 movies.
Right. And he wanted to be in movies. Like, you told me, like, he was theater trained and, you know, did all the different kind of, like, oh, god damn. Shakespeare and accents and everything.
Yeah, I did all the accents.
I loved him in this movie, and I love him as toe cutter. I wanted more of him.
Yeah, we definitely needed more of Maury and Bob because they kind of disappear after the first act.
And we've talked about the fact that Fang is a drip.
Right. No personality.
And so our personality came from Bob and Maury, who literally after the first 35 minutes of this movie, barely in this movie.
They're always this cleanup crew for Fang.
And that is why, I mean, give this movie a try to see how much of a drip Fang is, but my God, we needed more Bob and Murray.
Right. So
Maury, excuse me.
So it's already there's a culture shock because Fang has got his nice crisp turtleneck. Maury's, like you said, floppy tunic with the belt around it.
He introduces himself to Bob, no problem, and then looks over at Maury, and he's just like, what the fuck's going on with this guy?
Yeah, he's like, is this guy a criminal? What are you going to arrest him too? And like, no, he's working with us because he's been working the case for 2 years, this fucking drug case.
Right.
So they're going over because, of course, like this is a like fish out of water story. So Maury's got to and he's feeling like because Maury thinks they can do it on their own. They don't need this fucking man from Hong Kong. So there's already tension between these guys, and so he's like he lets them know, look, mate. I don't know how you do it in Hong Kong, but you can't be beating up anybody. You know, you gotta question him, mate. And he's like, do not worry, I will question him. So they bring him to the prison where Wing Chan is at.
Right.
They need the name of the big man. He's just a little scrub, a minion.
We all know the story, how it unfolds for a drug cartel and everything. We know there's the minions on the streets and everything. There's the ones who get caught, and you got to get the contact and work up the ladder, who it ends up being somebody inside, you know, the police agency or whatever, you know. Right. So I like this because Australia, they got outdoor cells. This guy's hanging out outside. He's got a little table. He's got some fucking tea and biscuits going on.
I don't remember that.
Well, she didn't watch as closely as I did.
Well, then why did they take him into a cell?
Well, they did because they were like, we don't want to be overheard yelling at him.
Well, maybe he was just out for his exercise time or whatever they give him.
It wasn't the exercise yard. It was just like a little relaxation yard.
Well, that's how chill fucking Australians are. That's why nobody's getting murdered in Australia.
For a country founded on prisoners.
Well, they know how shitty prison is, so they're like, look, let's reform.
Let's reform. Let's actually rehabilitate. That's the goal, right?
Right. So if it works for Toe Cutter, he's a respectable cop now.
He's a respectable cop. Just a few years ago.
Actually, this came out before.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Chan ain't talking, so Fang's like, can I speak to him privately? And he's just like, hey, don't put the thumb screws on him, mate. All right.
Because that's what he's doing. He's forcing him into the room with a thumb screw. Maury, the narcotics gross cop, is like, fucking take it easy. You're in Australia now.
We don't torture people here. It's okay. He's Chinese. And I'm Chinese.
Yeah. Bob is just like, well, you know, when in Rome.
Whatever, mate. Let him do it. So they shut the door. They're looking in the little window, and they're like, I need my privacy. All right, we'll be down the street playing some pool.
Why don't you guys go to the bar and get some of these Fosters I've heard about?
They sound tasty. So
tasty. Ringing endorsement from Murray.
Anyway, I've heard of this Vegemite. I'd like to try it. All right, we'll go get some. So they fuck off to the bar, which apparently you can get their Vegemite bars in Australia. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, there's just
You just
fountains.
slather it on some bread.
A fountain of Vegemite. It just sludges
I thought it was
out.
I thought it was more like fondue. They have pots of Vegemite. You scoop
Is
it
this
out.
fondue pot?
Plop it on.
There is a fondue pot in our lovemaking scene
Of
later.
course there is. It's the fucking 70s.
Australia's 70s, man.
So they fuck off to there, and then he's like, hey, tell me what's going on. Who's the big man? And of course, fucking Chan is like, I ain't telling you shit. And then so we're going back and forth between the bar where our the real stars, Maury and Bob, are at, and
Right.
Chan and Fang is at. So he's like starts fucking pummeling Chan in the prison.
It takes no time. Hey, give me a name. No. Grabs the fucking little stool next door and just starts bashing this guy in the face. And then they cut over to Bob and Maury.
More than these Chinese have 1,000 torture techniques, mate. Ever heard of the water torture?
We cut back over. Chan is putting up a little bit of fight, but he's getting fucking pummeled. Because this is supposed to be Bruce Lee cop.
Right.
And you know how he finishes his little torture act? A swirly.
Water torture.
Water torture.
Did you notice, though?
Please.
When he flushed his head down, the water went counterclockwise.
I did, of course.
Yeah.
Coriolis effect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simpsons.
And then he's like, Wilton! He finally spits out a name. It worked. Torture works, people. We learned that under the Bush administration.
Right. Celebrating 20 years of rehabilitating Iraq. Great job, America.
Guantanamo still needs to be open for some reason.
Half the people have been proven not to be criminals, but got to keep it open and got to keep them in prison.
because then we'll be in trouble.
That's
so
right.
Bob and Maury return. They learn about Wilton. All right. They always suspected this guy. So Maury's like, all right, mate, you can take him and get the fuck out of here. We know who we got right now.
Right. We don't need you anymore. You did your job. You got the name. You got the lead. We'll do the rest.
So they're escorting Chan out. For some reason, Maury and Bob are handcuffed to Chan. They're
Right.
really making sure this guy doesn't get loose.
Got to be safe.
And as they're walking, we see a guy in a building across the street putting together a sniper rifle.
I don't like the looks of this.
I don't like it either. You can't.
Australia's not even... Wait, was it years later that they banned all their guns there?
Yeah, but I still think they had sensible fucking gun laws back then.
A sensible is, instead of using the word strict, sensible.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I don't have a problem if you want like a single shot, like you have to like cock it every time rifle, like a hunting rifle,
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
shotgun, or a fucking revolver. I'm fine with that. I don't know
Right.
why people need bazookas and machine guns now.
Right.
But that's just me. I'm crazy. I live in the ghetto where people kill people with guns.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So, hey, we got our own Jack Ruby situation here. The guy shoots fucking Wing Chan, dead.
Right.
So our boys are both handcuffed to this dead body. They can't get out. So our fucking man from Hong Kong goes into action.
Fang literally just does Spider-Man danger sense trajectory, realized where the bullet came in. It's like the
Well, he
guy's-
saw the reflection off of the scope.
Oh, he saw the reflection of the scope.
Yeah,
Okay.
the light reflected off it, so he pinpointed where
That
it was.
was literally what the movie did.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sense of this.
I'm trying to make sense of it too by just making it supernatural. So I thought you were actually giving me the real.
Maybe it did happen. I don't know. I watched it a couple
Maybe
days ago.
Fang smells crime. I don't know, but he knows exactly where he's running to, and somehow the shooter knows who. Okay, for the sake of the podcast, we learn later the shooter's name was Bradley, I believe.
Okay.
And so Bradley takes off running. Why this guy who came on a motorbike parked it 3 miles away is beyond me.
How do we know it was his motorbike?
It might have been stolen. That's the only thing that makes sense here.
I think it was because we get a foot chase. Our boys, the cops, get loose, but they're always like a couple blocks behind.
We got everybody, because this was, I don't know what it was, but tourists were taking pictures of shit. And then all their attention turns to the dead person who was shot. They're not screaming. They're not panicking. Oh, shit, mate. Someone just died.
Well, he was Chinese, so they didn't really care. You know?
It's just like Dead End Drive-In.
Oh.
My God, the movie makes sense now.
So Fang goes chasing. The guy catches up to the guy. The guy jumps on a motorbike and immediately gets kicked off it by Fang.
That was cool.
It was cool.
That was cool.
And then the guy runs into a restaurant, into the kitchen of a restaurant.
Murray did fail to notice. Very walkable city.
Well, yeah, they're walking in. Very runnable city, too.
Very runnable city. Back streets, the alley life. Oh, I want to be an alley cat so bad. I want to hang out in alleys and, like, I don't know, shoot the shit with people back there.
I don't, because you know what lives in alleys? Zargfus.
Well, these are dry alleys I want to hang out in.
Dry.
I'm not hanging out in those Zargthus alleys.
So, yeah, I wonder the Zargthus, because of the drought in California, the Zargthus population must be fucking zero. They migrated. Where did they migrate
I
to?
was just going to say,
Seattle?
we know what happens when, like, one environment pushes someone to the brink. It's like they're going to adapt. So Zargthus are going to become dry creatures soon. Thank you, drought. But yeah, I think they might be slowly moving away. Yeah, Seattle. Oh, I don't know if we have any Seattle people. Keep an eye out. Anybody from Seattle?
Look out.
Keep an eye out. Fraser Crane, I know you're getting a new show. Keep an eye out.
He's going back to Boston, though.
Oh, that's the remake's going back to Boston?
Yeah, that's what he's going to, because his wife is going to be on the show. Lilith.
Lilith?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They got divorced on. They weren't.
Yeah,
divorced
no.
on Frasier, but-
I should know this, but yeah. I watch Frasier every night.
So we get a pretty good fight scene. I mean, there's the guy grabs a fucking Ginsu knife. This is the 70s after all. Fang grabs a frying pan, so they're going back and forth. Fang gets sliced across the back with a
I'll
Ginsu.
give that to Fang. He does take his wounds like a champ. He gets cut across his back.
Yeah, unlike Segalish, he shows vulnerability because at one point the guy grabs a cord from a telephone, starts strangling Fang.
Completely's got him over too. This guy's got height, maybe a little bit of weight on him and everything, but he's putting his weight into that phone choke, and Fang is selling it. So if this guy could have got out of his ego, I'm big in Hong Kong, I was in 2 Shaw Brother movies, you know, he could have been probably really fucking good, but he was a dickhead and licks lady faces.
Right.
He probably won't go down on a woman either.
Of course not.
All he does is lick their faces, and he just won't go down there.
Well, he never has to take a shower afterwards. Because we learned last week that fucking pussy stank sticks with you.
Wait, how did we learn that?
We learned that last week because there were so many shower scenes.
That's right. That's
in
right.
Malibu, but it's so worth. The pussy smells so worth getting that you put up with it.
Well, I wouldn't say put up with it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because put up makes it seem like, oh, that was awful.
Well, no, the results are awful. The residue is awful. the journey is fabulous. It's you know, they always say that it's the journey that's really what it is, and the goal really isn't that big a deal.
Yeah.
That's eating pussy right there.
That's eating pussy right there.
Okay. So, which by the way, Jimmy Wang Yu never ate pussy in his life.
Yeah, exactly. Getting back to the point we started on, Jimmy Wang never ate the puss.
Speaking of genitals, he goes straight for the dick pinch, the Vulcan nerve pinch in the balls.
And he ain't afraid to get mouth deep on a dick, because he grabs that dick, he's fondling it. You don't worry, sir, you have no testicular cancer, but also, I now have the advantage in this fight again.
Right. So he takes the advantage. The guy stumbles out into the restaurant.
By the way, there were cooks in this restaurant and everything. A fight breaks out. People are being sliced open. No panic. Just, all right, Mike, going out for a smoke.
No. You notice why? Because they were all Chinese. So this is par for the course for them. They see Chinese cops murdering people in their kitchens all the time.
I wonder what's Chinese for I'm going on Smoko.
I don't know. If I did, I'd probably sound racist, so I'm not going to go there.
That's right. That's why we should leave it at. Well, I'm trying to say that they got a little Australianized, so they said, "All right, Mike, going on Smoko."
So they go out into the restaurant. Fang has a fucking chair shot, beautiful chair shot across the back.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, the restaurant full of people.
For a guy, like I said, once again, for a guy who's such a piece of shit and full of himself, very Segalish behind the camera, behind the scenes. He shows vulnerability. He's like, I'll let a guy kick my ass a little.
He falls for Bugs Bunny level traps because he runs out of the kitchen and Bradley, the gunman, was hiding behind the door. He did a thing where he opened the door and then hid behind the, where the door would open to. So Fang goes running by him, and that allows Bradley to walk up with the chair. And as soon as that chair breaks over Fang's back, that's when finally everybody turns and panics. And they don't even exit the restaurant. They form the fight pit.
Right, you gotta watch this.
They're like, We came for dinner.
You know,
not
one
the
of the
show.
people in this restaurant was the woman who ran the fight ring in Lionheart, and she's like, "Restaurant? I never thought of that." And then that's where she thought about having fights in different.
She
areas.
was like parking garage, abandoned pool, abandoned factory. Oh my God, this is amazing! And then you're right. She added restaurant.
Right. So Bradley breaks a bottle, and that is the last straw for Fang.
Because this fight literally goes on for 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long fight.
And I like this about this fight, is that you see both men are wearing their fucking wounds well. They're tired. They're fucking...
Bradley's pants split.
Bradley's pants split in the back.
Underwear?
He's got yellow. They had to make sure it really, shone.
Right.
Shine. So it was very good. And... it showed a lot here, and Bottle finally ends the fight. He throws him into a piranha tank. It empties out.
I thought it was gonna be a lobster tank. It was like a fish tank.
Something
with
to
dead fish inside of it.
Yeah, it was dead fish, but something to pinch him or something, get a little gag.
And when before that happens, we get the little thing where Maury and Bob where are they? I don't know, Mike. They probably went out for lunch, and then we see him dump him in the fucking thing. And then Fang starts going through. He's a cop. He's going through the shit. He notices a dragon tattoo on the forearm of Bradley and goes through his wallet, and he sees 2 cards, one for John Grantley Martial Arts Studio and one for the place called The Body Shop, which plays no fucking role in this movie at all. No. I was waiting for a strip club scene or something. Maybe there's an uncut version we didn't see, and there is, but Body Shop doesn't matter. Back at the station.
I think the Body Shop was a part of the 18,000 floor establishment that Wilton had.
Okay. Well,
I think that was the ground level thing that we saw.
All I know is the martial arts dojo was part of Wilton's place.
Yeah, yeah.
And so back at the station, Maury's like, "Mate, you can't fucking do this. This is fucking Australia."
You had a witness, and you murdered him.
And then he's like, "What about this Body Shop?" He's like, "Fucking Wilton owns it, of course. We know that."
So there we go. It's in the same building, because we know Wilton lives on one block. He has a building that is a mile high.
And he owns every floor.
And he owns every floor.
He lives on the penthouse.
18th floor.
Deluxe apartment in the sky.
That's right.
And Fang is like,
I bet he has a hot tub on that roof.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Fang is like, this guy was a master martial artist. I barely beat him. I need to meet this Wilton character. Wilton, who is Wilton? Half hour into, we finally meet our man of the hour, the Tower of Power, George Lazenby, playing a villain.
Please tell me more. You keep throwing the name George Lazenby around. What would we know Mr. Lazenby by?
He's known as a guy who I learned just recently fucked his whole career up by thinking he was hot shit. Because
very pretentious.
He was the guy
because Fang's doing that.
He was the first guy to replace Sean Connery.
Oh no!
And like you pointed out, to me, better fit because, like you said, he's more rugged. Because I'm actually not a big James Bond guy. That's just the suave, super spy thing isn't my thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Listen to the show. I like burnt out anti-heroes is my kind of trope. But I read the books about 20 years ago. They reissued the books.
Oh, okay.
And Sean Connery is the perfect James Bond because he's supposed to be a guy.
Ian Fleming hated Sean Connery too.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
I think he wanted his cousin Christopher Lee to play James Bond.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Because he looked at Connery and said, I wanted a fucking Englishman in his 20s. You brought me a 33-year-old Irishman. Is it Irish or Scottish?
Scottish.
You brought me a 33-year-old Scottishman.
Highlander.
And after the first day of shooting, Ian Fleming said, I am wrong. Sean Connery is James Bond.
Right, because James Bond is supposed to be a ladies' man, but at the same time, he's supposed to be a guy that somebody like me or Griffin's like, I want to hang with that motherfucker.
Exactly.
That guy's cool. And so, because he's a man's man and a ladies' man.
I'm a man's man.
Roger Moore, no.
I didn't like Moore.
No, he's not a man's man at all.
I think the one VHS tape I had when I bought it when I was 15, I got it for Christmas because I thought I was a James Bond fan, was a Roger Moore. And I was like, Bond time?
And I'm not going to blame him too much because James Bond is the epitome of the 60s and the 50s, that vibe. So he was a James Bond in the 70s, so it was he was at the mercy of what they were doing in the 70s. So it's not all Roger Moore's fault.
Okay.
And also it helps that as far as the books go, the best books were the ones the Sean Connery books. Like they don't do the movies in order. Like they just picked the best books.
Right.
And it makes sense that's why Sean Connery's. And actually, one of the best books is On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was George Lazenby. So I always thought like the movie tanked, and it was because of George Lazenby, and they didn't want him back. No, they wanted him to sign a contract for more James Bond movies, and he was like, I don't need James Bond. I'm better than James Bond. I want to be a real actor, and he just fucked himself. And a few years later, he's doing the bad guy role for The Man from Hong Kong.
I'm sorry. Before we move on to the movie, so you think the Fleming books are actually worth reading? Because I love keeping my eye out for
I would say
used books.
start with the Sean Connery one, the Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Not all of them are great. He kind of starts losing steam. 'Cause I think by the time like the last few come out, the movies have already been out, so he's just trying to churn them out.
Okay.
So the last few are kind of meh.
But when he was doing it just for novels and
I mean,
all that,
it's like they are what they are. They're just silly. Like they're almost a step above Sedaris. I mean, they're not that bad, but I'm saying it's like you don't take this shit seriously,
right?
So
there wasn't anything overwhelmingly captive, but they are what they are.
Yeah, they're entertaining. I'll say that.
Okay.
Much. I mean, I actually bought them because the covers for the reissues were fucking awesome. They had it was always like a hot woman with a guy with a gun, like cliche shit, like 70s like covers you'd have. So I like those.
Right.
Getting back to this. So first of all, he's got a mustache. Griff, scale of 1 to 10, how was George Lazenby's mustache?
Thank you for...
You are the mustache expert.
I am the mustache expert, and I will give this man his dues. Mr. Lazenby can grow a stash, and he's got that perfect salt and pepper stash, too. Yeah. And I got to imagine, and I got to put all my chips on this, because if I'm going to be, 45 years old and possibly still out there slinging the dick around... That's a phrase people use, right?
Slinging the dick.
Slinging the dick.
The kids say it.
Well, you need to have a good salt and pepper mustache. Shows you eat pussy, and yet you're also...
You know what you're doing because it's great.
You're knowledgeable, and yet you
know where the clit is. Yeah.
You can still get in between the sheets or something. I'm really good at this.
You tolerate it.
I don't talk when I talk to women.
You don't need to. You got a mustache.
I just use the ice and the salt and pepper mustache, right? Right.
So
it's an 8.
Okay, that's good. That's good for you because you're really...
I'm strict. Tom Selleck only gets a 7.5 from me.
Wow. Oh, I think Tom Selleck's is better than George Lazenby.
Yeah, no, I was just fucking with people.
I think Tom Selleck's a standard bearer for
That was for YouTube. I'm gonna cut that and just use that to address this episode. And you can do a sizzle reel. Yeah. Griff says Tom Selleck's mustache is 7.5.
When Griff puts it up. So we got since our hero is a martial arts guy, of course our villain's got to be a martial arts expert. So we see him in his dojo. He's complaining about one of his star pupils, Bradley, has been murdered. He needs to build up new recruits. So he's like, "All right, show me what you got, mate." So these guys surround him.
Again, we got to show. We had the opening scene where Fang was beating up a bunch of his pupils. Now we have Wilton beating up a bunch of his pupils.
Right.
Finishes them off. He has bandaged, taped up his knuckles and everything, like you do when you fight, Sagat style from Street Fighter 2. And then he does this bold little move. And again, Fifi must have been helping. I don't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry.
Roger Ward.
Bob
Taylor is the character's name.
Ward. I should really know that name. My aunt's last name is Ward. So he fucking does a full-on wrestling heel move. He starts unbandaging his knuckles and everything, and he pulls a metal bar out.
Right, international object.
An international. Let's not use the F word, people.
And he gives a little wink to this broad that's with him. All right, so now we know this guy's one tough hombre. Our Jimmy Wang, you better watch out.
We saw he has the moves, and he saw that he cheats.
So now we got to learn more about this character from Maury, who's been studying this guy for 2 years. Look here, mate. This guy's got his fucking fingers in everything. He's officially an importer and exporter, but he's got his fingers in every bit of crime. Shoplifting, fucking MP3 pirating.
MP3 pirating?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Rupees. Meat pies.
Cryptocurrency, mate.
Haven't even heard of that, have you?
It started in Australia.
Right.
And, fucking prostitution, drugs, murder.
Let me tell you about reverse mortgages another day.
And he's like, but this guy, he's got connections up the wazoo. We cannot get this guy on anything. Even though we know he's involved with everything, he owns the city. He owns Sydney. And by the way, of course, we had a bunch of shots of the Sydney Opera House. That's the only landmark anyone outside Australia knows is Sydney. So we see that all the time in this movie. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. And then he's like, I think I know what to do. I'm going to meet him.
So the three head over. They just head straight to his office.
Yeah, but Maury's like, you two go in. I don't fit the profile because he's a slob. He
likes clean people.
Right. So Bob and Fang go up to the just below the penthouse where his offices are. He lives in the penthouse.
Penthouse is on the 18th floor. His office is on the 6th floor.
So they walk in. They're met by his secretary, Willard, who was in another Mad Max connection. He was in Thunderdome. He was the guy who worked, the fat bald guy who worked for Tina Turner.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You Aussies get around.
Yeah. And he's giving him the runaround. I'm sorry, but Mr. Wilton is gone.
Right.
And we're like, no, we know this motherfucker's in here. And so fucking Fang just goes up to the door that goes to the next level.
There's a muscle goon there, too.
Takes him out like nothing, walks in.
Yeah, he walks up to the guy. The goon's just standing there with his arms crossed, like, looking at him like, what the fuck do you want? And then Fang just starts punching him in the dick and then, tosses him over his shoulder and walks in the door.
So he walked into Wilton's office. Willard sits behind the...
Calmly.
Yes, yeah, he's dealt with this before.
Yeah, he's just, like, watching them, like, what's going on,
Offers a cigar to Fang. Fang slams the fucking case on his hand. Thank you. I don't smoke.
Now, Willard had called the guards, so after a minute here, while he's still applying the pressure with the cigar box, which Kojak smoothly would have got the cigars out and would have already been sucking a lolly.
Right. As you heard from our episode on Sunday.
Of course you know that. We couldn't stop talking about that scene.
So they're escorted back outside. Morris, what the fuck you doing, mate? You can't do this shit. Hey! Don't give me shit. That's the only emotion you ever see from Fang through this entire.
And again, the voice does not match the face here because he's got this blank, like, what am I doing here look on his face, and yet you get, hey, don't give me shit, man.
Right.
Right.
Griff's putting too much emotion into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm animated.
Yeah, you're human. You can't help it.
It's Saturday, Murray. We're recording. I'm excited.
So now Wilton gets word from Willard that some guy is looking for him. So he calls up. He's like, this Chinese cop, make sure he has an accident. So the very next day at his hotel room service shows up.
I like how they did this scene. They didn't fucking take their time with it or anything. It wasn't this long, drawn-out fight. Literally two goons show up at his door. They pull, like, they're doing the little trolley, like they have food on it. They pull a couple knives out. They knock. Bookkeeping. Opens the door. Hiya! Miss. Beat up. And Fang's just like, oh, well.
And scene. That was all he needed.
He pulls a chicken tender and a Bud Light off the cart. I'm sorry. I put up Savage Beach, and I forgot Al Leong is in that movie.
It's doing really well for us, too. It's weird how YouTube, our audience for YouTube is totally different than our podcast. Because podcasts, whatever they love on podcasts, they don't care for on YouTube and vice versa.
Yeah. I just love that when I was trying to find an image for the movie and I was like scheming.
But it's only that one. Because we put up all three. We did the Donna Taryn trilogy of Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Picasso Trigger, and Savage Beach. But Savage Beach is killing. The other two are just kind of whatever. Savage Beach is killing.
It's because Al Leong.
I believe it.
Yeah. Because literally the only summary of it is Al fucking Leon. And then the picture for it is Al Leon. He walks off I'm sorry, I got to do this. He walks off that boat when they're arriving at Savage Beach, and he's got the tight black shirt on, hair flowing, Fu Manchu, women behind him, two goons behind. You're like, is Al Leong the head villain in this movie?
Should have been.
It looks epic. And I was like, that's the picture.
Right, it's like Lawrence of Arabia.
It's so good.
So next morning, we got to get some Tai Chi, kata training footage.
Right. Anytime, we all know this trope from our movies, you got to have a training montage in the morning to show that Not only did I not waste a single day, they train their bodies and their mind and their spirit and their chakras every day.
Yeah. A lot of chi flowing right now.
A lot of chi flowing.
So as he's doing his katas, he notices a bird flying. And then he spots a hang glider. And then he's reminded of Caroline.
And he remembers not eating her pussy.
Right. He goes, I bet it smelled. So
he probably does pinch his nose while he's
a fucking clothespin on his nose. I'm going down.
No, it's not even for that.
And then he just does like the fucking little cat licks on it.
He does not even do that. My wiener is a penetrate
And
you.
she's like,
I will now plug my nose.
She's like, you're nowhere near my clit. What are you doing? I don't know. But I have a great joke. We can't now. These times I can't say it. But if we were living 10 years ago, you'd be laughing your ass off right now.
Just put it under the context of, man, this one guy said this joke that I don't quite agree with.
Not even going there. So, all right. So he calls up Caroline, and she gave us her number apparently, and she needed that pussy licked, so she called up an Aussie to do that. He went down under.
That's the best joke of the day. I just really appreciate this because Caroline was kind of joking around about how she got around.
Right.
And he was just like, ha ha ha, I fuck white women every Tuesday and Thursday. And you could tell there was a bit of fragility in there. Like, wait, your life's not broken because I might leave tomorrow? What is going on here? Because he's James Bond after all.
Right. Yeah.
He's supposed to, yeah. And so she wakes up and this big burly Australian fucking cracks a Foster's over his head and just like eats the whole thing. I don't even know how he did. It's amazing. You Aussies are amazing. Yeah. And then he chewed on a couple cigarettes still. And she's like, I'm busy at the moment. What's going on, Fang?
I need your help. I need some hang gliding assistance. I need an in. Because, of course, he assumes all white people know each other, which apparently she does. And so they meet up, and they're just walking around. He's trying to still talk her into it, and he gives her this great praying mantis
Please,
metaphor.
Murray, please tell me.
In my country, we take 2 praying mantis, put them in a cage, and force them to fight. Don't you want to see me and Wilton do that?
And she kind of like, you know, if this was modern times, we'd see like a little bubble go up in her head, and she'd be like, okay, I did fuck this guy. He was like a 4 out of 10. No sexual movements. Didn't go down on me. Plugged his nose.
Licked my face.
Licked my face. Why did I give him a 4? Why did I give him a 4? That's
she didn't
all
want to
she
seem
gave him.
racist.
Oh my God, that's why she gave him a 4. It was her first Chinese, and he got 2 points for it. Right. Is that racist?
It's incredibly racist. So, all right, she agrees to take him to Wilton's because his cover is he's just this businessman, importer-exporter.
Right.
So they go to the party. Next thing we see a beautiful woman with an apple on it, the William Tell move.
William Tell. The Wilton Tell.
There you go, the Wilton Tell.
Murray, it's right there for you.
You see George Lazenby with a crossbow, and of course, he just shoots it perfectly.
He's James Bond after all. My James Bond.
Everyone gives him a polite golf clap, like, you know, because he, of course, makes everybody watch this shit, you know, at his parties.
Right.
And then our boy Fang and Caroline show up.
So immediately, Fang somehow, Wilton somehow doesn't know that Fang has showed up because he was told about an Asian man who came from out of town.
He's the only Chinese man who's not serving fucking food there. This is a racist fucking
We will
bad guy.
certainly get to that moment there, but yes, that is what's happening here. And so he notices Caroline show up and with an Asian man. Right. And he just happens to put it together real quickly. And so
Well, he's probably pissed because we don't know the timeline. Like, the room service thing could have happened like 3 hours ago. So he might be pissed off. He's like, I thought I told you guys to take care of this guy.
That could be it, too.
Yeah.
And Fang just walks up, cuts straight to business, and is like asking him about Bradley being killed. Or no, Chan being killed.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, he's like taunting him a little, you know.
Wilton is.
Yeah. Well, they both are. They're going back and forth.
Yeah. Because they're playing in the atmosphere of, we both know we're working in quote-unquote hypotheticals here. And so he brings up Bradley, the gunman, killing Chan and how he killed him. And he's like, Bradley was one of my favorite men. That's unfortunate that he died.
And then he starts twisting the knife himself. It's like, look here, mate. I like the Chinese because they make the best servants. They're obedient. I know more about your culture than you, even your martial arts, especially your martial arts. How about we have a little exhibition, mate? So he's like, gather around, everybody. I'm going to fucking show you some shit. I'm going to teach a Chinaman about his own culture.
I don't know, sir. I do not believe we should fight right here, right now.
Oh, I'm yet to meet a Chinese without a yellow streak down his back. I will give them credit. He called them Chinese. He never said Chinaman. They said Chinese.
That's right.
Which I think is okay. I don't know anymore.
Murray, I could not tell you.
So they go at it. Of course, Fang just fucking pummels fucking Wilton. So Wilton's goons immediately, with garden tools in hand. One guy had a fucking lawn dart he was whipping around.
I like that. That's why Canada and the USA shortly later. How is the Republican Party not taking up that fight yet?
We need to bring... I think they don't remember. They've lost their sense of country.
Okay, Murray, we both know politics works best on Twitter. Start up a new account.
Okay.
We'll work on a name for our new Twitter account. But yeah, it'll be Free the Dart.
Freedom Darts.
Freedom Darts. Because all Americans have great growing lawns.
Right.
And we need great growing grass lawns. And we need our freedom darts.
They're going to waste because we can't play lawn darts on them.
That's right. Those things are blunt as fuck. I mean, if we're going to be shooting people, we should be able to throw lawn darts too.
So, of course, Fang takes out all these goons, and he notices that one of them has that same dragon tattoo that Bradley had. So there's a connection.
It's washing off because it went in the pool.
And then he pulls out, he's got these little throwing knives. He starts throwing them, pins the guy's like hand to fucking something. And then fucking Wilton's standing there with his crossbow.
Right.
Fang.
Fang pops up. He's got one ready, and he turns quickly behind him, does a 180 no-scope. He's getting ready to throw it, and he sees that Wilton has that crossbow on him.
Right. So there's like I guess with two people, it's a Chinese standoff. It's a Mexican standoff with three.
But what about Australia?
I don't know. International waters, I don't know. So Caroline goes, oh, you guys fucking cut this shit out. You men and your testosterone.
Is she, like, ready to fuck? Is this getting her going?
Yeah, of course it does. Women love violence, especially when they're the result of it.
Result of it?
The reason for it.
Yeah, there you go. The impetus.
Yes. And so she's like, Fang, I need you to fang me. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Did she want him to fang her?
I don't know, but he didn't fang her because he's got to keep his chi, because he now has to go and check out Wilton's place.
Right. He's got no time. All he wants to do is beat the shit out of some dudes. He wants to grab some more wieners and check for more testicular cancer.
So thankfully, back in the 70s, downpipes were fucking made out of titanium. You could climb up a building with these things.
Murray, back in my youthful days, my elementary school was a block away from my house in like the big residential square and everything. So that's what me and my friends would do. We would go climb the gutter to get on the roof of my school and hang out up there.
What'd you do?
Well, we would just throw rocks and shit. I mean, we're kids. What else do you do? Before the internet, I was just like, you just fucking putzed about all
threw rocks. Yeah.
And threw rocks off the roof.
Okay, so Fang is doing a variation of that, but he's doing it for the good of Hong Kong because he's climbing up there. He sneaks in the window they left open.
Just happens to be to like the gym/dojo we had witnessed earlier when we were introduced to Wilton.
You're right, and we overhears a conversation that this isn't an ordinary guy. This is the man himself, Brian Trenchard Smith.
Oh, that was
playing the role of Wilton Goon. I think his character's name was Martial Arts Goon or some shit.
No shit.
So yeah, he's Tarantinoing it. He's throwing himself.
He
in
really
there.
does look like a director too.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke about how he looked like what's that one guy? No, never mind. Woody Allen.
Yeah. And so Fang bumps into something, alerts him. So he gets his ass handed to him as he would. He's just a director.
Absolutely pummeled. And I'm sorry, ruining it. He comes back for more.
Yes, but he's taken out. We think he's thrown through a window, and then Fang is in the dojo room, and all the students come. I guess they live there.
It's total modern wrestling booking though, because you hear the music start, and then Fang stops And he waits, and he looks around, shocked. He puts his hands to his face, and he's doing an O face.
Whoa.
And then 9 dudes walk into the room. Slowly.
They surround him slowly.
Surround him.
And then for a while, it's just hand to hand. He's kicking ass. So they're like, shit, we got to get the weapons out. So they get like spears. They get that thing. It's like a nunchuck, but it's like 3 or 4 pieces of wood.
Yeah. He gets the chop across. Fang gets like slashed across his chest again. I think he gets one in the leg too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And because the guys have like, they look like, I don't know what they're called, but like big machete-looking knives, and yeah, but
Tatas, maybe.
Tatas?
Sticks with like the scythe kind of little knives.
Were those there too?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I remember the big fucking like machete-like things. And yeah, like you said, he's getting sliced a little because like he's very unsuccessful.
Vulnerable.
But he's still, of course, he's a hero. He takes everybody out. So then he goes to get the fuck out of there. Goes to the elevator. 2 white guys are blocking the elevator.
Yeah.
Handles them easily.
No problem.
Gets inside the elevator. Goes down.
Stopped. Electrocution. We see the guys with the screwdriver jamming it in there, and all technology for elevators is powered by just a jam screwdriver.
So at this time, Brian Johnson Smith gets back. He's okay now.
He's got your 4 nunchuck thing.
Right. So he dives down, slides down the fucking rope.
They do this like it's supposed to be. Brian, you did it wrong here. They did it like it was supposed to be menacing. This guy got fucking handled no problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think there were issues. I think he even said he was fucking hitting them for real. This is why, like, Roger Ward was like, you want me to handle this motherfucker?
Oh, you mean Fang was hitting him for real?
He was like letting, I mean, I don't think he's like full force, but he's connecting. And so yeah, there was a tension between these guys because fucking Jimmy Wang, you thought he should be directing this fucking thing. I think he was under the impression he was supposed to be directing this.
That's even more interesting to know that Fang was. I didn't realize you waited for the podcast to tell me about this fact.
Yeah.
And you told me that these two, because Jimmy thought he should be directing it. That's incredible that he was like, I'll throw my feet into the fire here.
Right. So, yeah, he takes him out, and then he lands. And meanwhile, the 2 white goons that were fucking with the elevator are running down the steps to meet him at the ground floor. I think he just handles them again, whips their ass, and then busts out a window.
Yeah, we're at street level now.
Luck would have it, these 2 women are driving with a fucking Ninja Turtle bus.
2 or 3?
There were 2. There was a white woman and an
Singapore.
Singapore woman.
Sail tonight for Singapore.
And he just grabs on the side, and they just don't even notice he's on the fucking fan for a while.
How would you notice that? I mean, come on.
He's very lithe. He's only 99 pounds.
That's right. And so he slowly claws his way, comes up into the car and everything. And this is where we get the weird ADR of just like, if we take him to the hospital, those men will kill him. He is a good man, and we must help him.
Well, he said, I am a police officer. And we know you cannot lie about that. We learned that when someone asks, a prostitute especially asks, are you a police officer? They have to say, I am a police officer.
That's
and
true.
maybe he mistook these women for prostitutes. There are women, and they're out late at night. Who knows? Why are these women out late at night? They got to be prostitutes, in his mind.
I heard that the Royal Guards, when they're in garb, don't have to tell the truth.
I think you're right.
Now, if you're an idiot to not believe they are Royal Guard with that hat on, that's on you.
So they drive him out to the country. I think this was the same place that Mad Max was relaxing in, out in the countryside.
It looked very similar.
We learned that the
Kandalini wants his hand back.
Did this woman have a name? Who's the white woman's name?
Oh, Angelica.
Okay, Angelica.
I don't know about the Singapore
she
woman.
just disappears after this.
Yeah,
so.
no. White woman literally refers to her as my Singapore friend.
Well, we learn in Australia, if you're Asian, you're basically a servant in Australia.
Again, dead end driving. These are Brian, what's his name's politics.
Yeah. And so her father's place, he's a veterinarian. He's like old, rural veterinarian. Usually, right when they meet him, he's like fucking elbow up a horse's ass, like doing something.
Right. He's always putting, feeling around that colon of a horse. Right. He's got colon fingers.
And so they bring him in. He's like, what happened to this man? He's like, he's an honest cop. We must save him, Father.
Because he was a little bit hesitant. He was like, are we sure he's not just like a thug or something? No, he said he's a Hong Kong cop. He's definitely a Hong Kong cop.
And this is for the rest of the movie. All we do is see Maury and Bob show up at the cleanup crew, you know.
Right.
So they're at the fucking dojo.
Right.
And they're hearing the story, the 6 versus 1. And
the people that were there were like, we were fighting back in self-defense, and like 6 versus 1 self-defense with weapons.
And they're like, they look at each other, this has got to be Fang. So they head off. They don't know where they're going to find them, but they just head off.
The actual characters of the movie are down to bit parts, by the way.
Yeah. Fang wakes up. He's all bandaged up. Angelica has some ginseng soup for him.
Oh, my God. Ginseng soup. Murray, when you say that, my spirit just feels a little more cleansed.
And he's like, this is very difficult Chinese soup to make. Your Singapore friend must have made this.
Tee-hee. No, I made it.
And then he just slurps down that, much like a pussy. He's better at eating soup than pussy, I'll tell you that much.
He's got the
Maybe put a
slurp.
little ginseng on the pussy and he can get down.
That might be it. That might be the secret to him, because he has given her the eyes. He's given her the look. Like when you're going down on the woman, you look up at her and it just makes her melt. He gets it, but he doesn't get it. Maybe the nose clip, maybe the ginseng will help him.
Next time I eat some pussy, I'm put a little ginseng.
Ginseng, Murray, come on. You should always have a grater in your pocket with some ginseng.
Right, or some ginger, you know.
Look, in my days when I was just frolicking,
they say spice up your sex life. That's what they meant.
They mean it literally, everybody.
Yeah.
And once you realize that, oh my God, your sex life is spicy.
So from Murray to Maury, Maury goes over to Caroline's because he has no leads. He doesn't know where the fuck Fang is at. And he's like, look here, love, you gotta tell me where the fuck he is. And she's like, I don't know nothing. I see nothing. I know nothing.
She is upset. By the way, we alluded to this scene earlier. Why is she not into Maury?
Because he's a slob.
She fucks She found a Chinaman and was like, I'm gonna fuck that. Oh, excuse me. I did it. I'm sorry.
You're speaking from the 70s, though.
I am. I'm
You're
speaking from
as
the
a
70s.
character.
Of course.
Which was perfectly acceptable in the 1970s. And so, she gets you nowhere. I was waiting for the scene. It never happened. Maybe there's some cutting room floor scene where, you know, when you have two characters, cop characters, they're loggerheads, there's got to be one scene where they have it out. And then they respect each other.
Right.
You never got that scene.
Nothing. Literally barely did anything else with Bob and Maury after the after the first act. Yeah. They're just in here for weird little bit parts.
All right, so now we get a nice little montage of how many days, hours, minutes do you think this took?
8 hours.
Okay, 8 hours.
They got there late in the night. And they've been here for a few hours. He's finally come to.
He's healed. He's perfectly healed. That ginseng healed his wounds.
Of course. Ginseng heals all. We know this.
Yeah,
That's why.
I'm rubbing some on my knee right now from that dog bite I got.
Exactly. We've been rubbing ginseng on your toe and your knee. And you were doing backflips on my front lawn. It was crazy.
Yeah, but too bad your Federal Express delivery guy couldn't. But,
yeah, that's a story.
So... yeah, so we're getting a nice horse riding montage.
Guys, this is where me and Murray...
Why was there a fucking submarine, out in the middle of a field?
Australia, please, what is going on? Why? Is this Stalker? That's a little nod to Aura as well. She was saying that Matford made her watch Stalker after talking about some of our movies.
Stalker?
Yeah, it's a Russian director.
Oh.
He's one of those 70s guys. He's like their Kubrick of the time.
It's called Stalker?
The movie is.
Oh, okay.
The movie is called Stalker. Okay. But that was the one she brought up. But Stalker had this look to it. Okay. It had abandoned, war machines and everything scattered across overgrown grassy fields. And that's what it was like.
Has there ever been a war in Australia?
What's that? Exactly. It was like Banana Splits meets war ruins.
Okay. So they're just doing all kinds of shit I guess you do when you're falling in love, you know.
Mime work and everything, and we're firing up the Sweets and scale. Work. I'm firing it up. I'm getting it ready.
You know why mime work? Because it's universal. There is no language. That's how you communicate.
Again, Fifi, his reek of being a professional wrestler is all over the place here. Because what does Jim Cornette always tell us? When you have an audience that's in the nosebleeds and everything, when you're seeing it in low definition, we've got Laserdisc. We can read everything. You have to sell it to the audience in the nosebleeds, and that's what they're doing here. They're selling it to the audience in the nosebleeds. So she's like lowering herself down, and he's like cranking a little reel and everything.
They're playing charades, basically.
It's charades. It's miming. It's awful.
So then they're doing a little swim. They go to a little
Watering hole.
water hole, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And they got a picnic. That's what you do when you're in love.
This is where we get the fondue set put out over a little open fire.
And she's like, look, I'm in love with you. I've known you all of 8 hours. Stay. Don't leave. I have to leave. Why? Because I'm Chinese. And she goes, well, how about this? Will this keep you there? And she does the old fucking, slant your eyes thing. And he goes,
This is
a
nice.
little.
Yeah. She tells him, would you settle for plastic surgery?
They have a nice little giggle. And then she's like, well, can we at least fuck? If you could stand the pain. I think I can. So,
all right, because he's recovering, yeah.
She takes off her top, a little boobage there. They're decent boobs. And then
Hey, 70s at least had natural bodies.
and then he planks her, he gets on top of her, really rigid. And
Plank is the word,
he
yes.
goes and licks her face. He goes in for the lick.
What are those training dummies?
I don't know what they're
You don't know what they're
You know
called?
what? I'm glad you brought that up, Grip. This is totally a tangent. But it fits
Murray, I'll let you know right now, we're at like 1:15.
good because I need to know, please, somebody. I asked for this on Twitter. People didn't know the answer. All right. I saw this kung fu movie like 40 years ago when I was a kid, like early 80s. All right. I'm going to describe it because I need to see this movie again. I need to know if it's like I just made it up in my head. This movie exists. I'm pretty sure this movie exists.
I want so bad to know what this movie is.
Okay. It's a kung fu movie.
Okay.
It was probably made in the late 70s, maybe like 80, 81, early 80s, because it was set in contemporary times. Everyone's wearing like bell bottoms and shit. It isn't one of those ancient China like movies. Okay. The hero maybe was one of the Bruce clones, like Bruce Lee L.I., Bruce Lee L.E., Dragon Lee, one of those guys. I'm not positive on that, but I think it was Bruce Lee L.E.
Okay.
Okay, so the premise, I believe, was his girlfriend was like raped and murdered by like 3 goons, and then he had to like fight each goon.
Okay.
So he had this practice dummy, okay? So it was like shaped like a man. And I remember, this could be totally out of my head and it's not true, but I remember being on an elastic like band so he could hit it and it would bounce away and come back at him.
Oh my God.
And it had pressure points, like the lethal pressure points over the body.
Yeah.
So when he would hit him like his 2 fingers, and then like a Christmas light would come out or like a hole where the pressure point is and show like you got the hit.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, so he goes through like the first 2 goons, and the final goon is wearing a fucking white karate gi with a polka dot cape. I remember this fucking polka dot cape, and I think he had like a top knot, like a crazy, like some like long hair and like facial hair. So at the end, he starts doing a handstand, and he's fighting the guy. And then the hero hits him in the dick because he raped his girlfriend. And instead of obviously showing him stab the guy in the dick, they show the fucking scene where he hits the fucking dummy and the light comes out to let you know his dick exploded.
My God.
And then I think it just ends right there.
I hope, please, people, that's the end of Murray's question. Please help him out with that.
I'm available on Twitter at G&G Theater. Please, if you know this movie, let me know. I have to see this movie.
I know it's not a
We might review the movie if it holds up.
I know it's not a picture, and it will not get the attention that just putting up a picture will, but you should put out a little bit of that description and see if anybody can help you out.
People tried. I think we almost had it, but then the guy was like, no, this takes place in like ancient China. I'm positive it took place in contemporary times.
Okay. So what I want to tell you about is a movie that we might have to do. If we do another Griffiths in July, I kind of want to do something super stupid.
Okay.
And you will hate it, but we're going to do it. And we might have A, my sister, or B, my brother on for it.
See, here's the thing. I've known Griff for over 10 years at least. I've never met anybody in his family, ever.
That's true.
Me and his brother have a rivalry between each other, and we've never even met.
We might have them both of them.
There might be a fight. I'm saying.
I might be able to get both. That might be our first 4-way. Is I
we'll
get
work on that.
the
We got a
Hagemans
few
versus the
months.
Murray.
Wow, he's gonna gang up on me. Okay.
But I loved when you were talking about the lights popping out because one of the things from Three Ninjas is light up the eyes, boys, and they would punch a dummy that had eyeballs, and when they hit the pressure points, the eyeballs would light up, and I wonder if it was inspired by that.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. There was the movie the guy thought it was had a similar thing, except it was like when because it was supposed to be ancient China, so you'd hit it and like red marbles would come out. Because obviously they're not going to have the technology.
Okay.
So anyway, get back to this movie. All right, so he just licks her face, and that's it. The scene ends.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the sexual movements.
Yeah.
By the
there
way,
wasn't much.
this again did not
That
rate.
dummy with the pressure points had more sexual movements.
Exactly.
Than this guy.
It does not rate on this feeds and scale. Again, there's racism. There's no music. There's a bubbling brook, which would have gone a long way if it was
Apparently,
anything good.
Jimmy Wang Yu was pretending, or maybe not pretending, to eat flies before the sex scenes to creep out the women he was going to have the scene with.
What?
Yeah, that's according to IMDb. I don't know.
The fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, I know he said he was racist against white people.
Yeah, especially white women.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, you were saying next day.
Next day, Wilton is checking in with Willard. He wants all his guys on Fang. He's getting nervous. He knew he can't beat fucking Fang in a fight. So
Right.
he's nervous now.
He's lost some of his top goons and everything, so he's like, secure my building. Everybody just come in, make sure that no one comes in, no one comes out.
All right. So now Fang is like, these people are so nice. They're like, you can take our fucking Ninja Turtle van. We don't care. But
Angelica drove.
Angelica, she's like, I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
So they're driving, and like, by the way, this is such a guerrilla filmmaking. They didn't have any permits for any of this, like, fucking driving.
Hell yeah.
So like, people could have been driving, like, who lived in that area, because there were literally 1-lane roads. And they were doing some crazy ass stunt driving in this.
That's my favorite part of filming, when it's obvious. It's man, when we did that weird New York cop movie, I don't remember what that was called. We did it like last year, where it's like a movie shot in the 80s and they had a dub over it in more modern times.
Oh, New York Ninja?
New York Ninja. I love seeing all that guerrilla footage. It's fun.
So they're going back to Sydney, and then they see 2 cars and a motorcyclist see them, and then they're working for Wilton, follow them. So the motorcyclist drives up, and he pulls out a time bomb, sticks it to the back of the van.
Thank you. I did not even notice that.
Yes, he does. Blows up the van, so they go flying off the road.
Right. I thought they just. Oh my God! Is that a butterfly? What?
No, it was a time bomb.
Time bomb.
And they crash. Angelica is fucking dead. Jimmy Wang Yu trying to emote. He's just like, she's dead. Drags her body out.
He's more interested in dragging this body out. Usually, when you're grabbing a person and pulling him out from under the car, you get him from under the pits.
Yeah, you don't grab the hair.
One hand on the hair, the other hand goes across to the breast.
And drags her out, dumps her body. The car blows up even more, so the motorcyclist thinks, there's it, we did it.
He's
Job
like, I
done.
need to make sure they're convinced that I'm dead. So I will let this woman char in the fire and everything, and I'll punch her a couple times, make
He
sure
did throw his jacket on her and set her on fire. And I was like, they'll think it's me.
they'll think it's him.
And so, but he did shed 1 tear. They zoomed in on it.
Yeah, he shook her once and said, what was your name?
Karen?
Kira.
I don't know. All white women look the same to me. And then the bad guys take off. So he, the carjacks somebody that just drives up, takes the car, starts chasing after.
It just happens to be like was it a muscle car of some sort? It looked like it was fast.
I don't know. The cars were really sad in this movie. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's because they're going to blow them up, so they want to get them cheap.
Good point.
So he chases after him. He knocks the motorcyclist off the fucking road. He goes flying into some water.
Motorcyclist realizes he's being followed, turns around, starts shooting at him, and then he gets just hit by the car.
Well, yeah, he goes flying into like some water.
Yeah.
Then he knocks another car off the road, goes through a billboard, and then you get this long ass chase with the final car. And they're going through a construction zone, running people over.
That's right.
Finally, fucking knocks that guy off the road. He explodes.
He knocks him off the road, hits him again that tears the back off of the car like you were tearing off a Kit Kat bar or something. It just cracks right open.
Right. And he just fucking kills the guy. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, well, the goon catches fire because the car explodes.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people on fire in this movie. I'll give Brian Trenchard Smith that.
Right. And so this is, again, where we get another shot of Wilton learning more of his goons are dying. So he's like, double my protection on the building. I'm not leaving. No one comes from the bottom floor. Get people on the roof. Get people everywhere.
Right. And then he goes to his secret vault that he has. Pushes a button. First of all, like, part of the room gets shut off by this, like, gate. And then a wall opens up. We see this fucking giant bank vault door. Opens it up. He's got all kinds of weaponry and heroin and money and everything. And he grabs like a machine gun, like a submachine gun, loads it, places it on the counter, and sits and waits. Puts a nice fire on.
He gets a whiskey going.
Right.
He's got that whole fucking big old snifter bottle, whatever the fuck they call them and all that. He's having a good time. And meanwhile, what do we got Fang up to? Because we know, it's like, now that we know it's going to be hard to get in there, how is he going to get fucking in there? Calls up Caroline again.
Caroline, I need your help. Can you get me a kite? And of course, we know that's a hang glider. In America, it's a hang glider.
Right.
So she's like, I think I can do that, mate. So they get the fucking hang glider. They connect it to a boat. They drive down Sydney Harbor.
Right.
He's flying. They cut him loose when they get close to the bridge. He just perfect lands, fucking 6-point landing right on the top of Wilton's building.
Oh, again, most agile man in Hong Kong, so he knows how to fly a kite.
Right. Lands on it. There's a goon waiting for him. He just takes him out. No big deal. Kicks his ass.
No big deal. We got a cool shot of him punching him in the face when he was climbing up the ladder.
Right. He goes flying off the...
He does get shot. It grazes, like... Does it go through his shoulder or graze his arm?
I don't remember.
I think it just grazed his arm.
Well, yeah, because they got to do something because we already know he could kick Wilton's ass. So we've got to make him a little weaker. So he notices they got those like window washer scaffolding that they use for skyscrapers. Grabs some rope, clips himself on there, rappels down.
Right. As we're getting him rappelling, we have two characters we actually care about named Bob and Maury. They're still at the scene.
We forgot to point out the last bad guy drives through a house.
Yeah.
That's where how he crashes.
And so Bob and Maury are there, and they're just like, this motherfucker, that Fang again, he's going to be going to Wilton's place. We need to go over that way now.
Right.
So again, 10 steps behind, and that's our best, most influential characters. They're 10 steps behind.
Right. So Fang rappels down, swings right through the window, right into Wilton's apartment, and this is where shit goes off. Wilton grabs his machine gun, starts fucking shooting. They're struggling. Bullets are flying everywhere. Security hears this, so they're like sending people up. But Wilton had sealed himself up, so they don't even have a fucking key to get in this place. They have to like get a welding torch and fucking...
First, they spent 10 minutes axing the door.
Right.
And so you're like, okay, that's it. And they literally fucking labor through it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, no, we actually have to weld through a door now. Why would you not bring the weld in the first place to burn through the wood? Anyways.
So they're doing that. Meanwhile, Fang is just fucking Wilton up, throws him into... There's an open pit fire in the middle of the room.
Very 70s.
Beautiful conversation pit.
Conversation pit, Murray. I'm glad you brought it up. I was going to bring it up.
Right. Throws him on the fire. All right, here's the thing. We already said George Lazenby basically committed career suicide by saying, I don't want to be James Bond. So yes. I got to believe he was susceptible to Brian Smith saying, we're going to set you on fire. We're not going to do stuntman. We need to see you. And a normal, reasonable person who has a career would be like, fuck no, I'm not letting you set me on fire. Would you even with all the safety, Joe, I would never let myself be set on fire. Because you don't fucking recover from that. You're fucking maimed forever if things go wrong.
Yeah. Based on the scene, if it was just like, oh yeah, you'll just be like running and diving, fine. But this is like an epic fight. He's supposed to be on fire for a lot. Right. I would not do this 100%.
And so Brian Trenchard Smith kind of pussies him out by saying, well, I'll do it. And he sets himself on fire. So he's like, see, it's no big deal. So he's like, all right, I'll fucking do it. So we get the scene where he gets literally thrown in the pit.
Yes, dry as a day. Dry as something.
Dry as Caroline's pussy.
Thank you, Murray.
After getting not eaten by Fang.
Yeah. After an evening with Fang. Let's say that.
The next shot, he's just lathered in peck jelly. He's dripping with it. Obviously, he's got to be safe.
It's a 1 second edit where he goes into the fire dry and he comes out of the fire and immediately hair slicked back, suit dripping wet.
But amazing scene. It looks great.
It looked really good.
Because he is literally on fucking fire.
Yes, and he's being punched.
Yes,
and
kicked and punched. Because they do it in slow motion, but it still feels like it had to be at least 30 seconds.
It felt
he was
forever.
on fire.
It was good.
All right, here's the problem. Or he's supposed to just pull his jacket off. Obviously, when you're on fire, you get maybe panic a little. He's having issues getting the fucking jacket off.
It was probably well fit to him, too.
Right. So he did get a little burnt on his arm, and I guess he was rightfully so pissed off and punched Brian Trenchard Smith in the face.
Right.
After the scene. But it looked fucking amazing. It was well worth it.
Dude, it looked really good. I'm sorry I didn't realize your name. I'm sorry I didn't realize you were actually the Bond in the movie I've been talking about. And I only realized like 50 minutes after you talked about it in this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was actually Bond.
It was.
It was.
Well, he was only Bond for one movie. So.
Well, still. He was Bond for one movie, and it was the movie we talked about, and I still didn't put the two together until very recently.
So, but
he's a wimp. He's a wimp.
Well, no, he's actually when he just rips the jacket off, throws it at Fang, and is ready to fight. He's pissed at this time.
Oh yeah,
but he still gets his ass kicked. Yes, he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's not okay. He's not a wimp, but he's not
at Fang's level.
Yeah,
all right. So Fang knocks him out.
Then he goes into that bank vault. And he's looking around. There's all kinds of goodies in there. Drugs galore, money, bombs.
Sees that heroin. Does a gummy to make sure.
That's right.
He's like, that's some good heroin. Puts it in his little tracksuit.
If it was a Sedaris movie, you'd have little RC cars with bombs on them.
Right, all lined up perfectly.
Boomerang bombs.
Then he goes over to Wilton. He picks up a grenade. Goes over to Wilton. Next thing we see, he pulls out some masking tape. This wouldn't have fucking worked.
No.
He puts the grenade in Wilton's mouth and then masking tapes it all around his face. It looks like a mummy.
They call this I think they call this a pineapple grenade. It's like the classic grenade that you see everywhere where it's like got the ridges cut into it and all that.
Right.
And he pops it into his mouth. And we all have seen these grenades, but instead there's like a turkey temperature gauge on it. And he's like, this is a timer. In 35 seconds, this bomb will go off if I pull this pin. Right. They literally did paste that on there.
If you sign this confession, I will let you go. So he pulls out. First of all, this would never hold up in court. This is the epitome of under duress.
8 women fan right now are going, I listen to true crime.
8? I think you're going really overboard.
I'm trying, Murray. I'm trying.
I'm trying
too. I'm pushing it. No. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just let it go. Guys, I edited that out, right? Okay, great. So our fucking 14 women fan are loving this because they're like, true crime. I know this case. You can't sign a confession under distress. And this is clear distress. He's got a grenade in his mouth.
Right. And as far as we know, he's a respectable businessman in Sydney.
I just listened to a criminal episode where they got a guy to sign a confession, and multiple people are like, no, he was in jail at the time.
Remember, though, he's the man from Hong Kong, not the man from Sydney. So you can get away with this shit in Sydney.
That's right.
In Hong Kong.
That's right.
So he's like, he signs the fucking confession. He puts it in his pocket, and then the goons finally break in. So that distracts, it shocks Fang for a second. He pulls the pin accidentally.
Right, and then he's like, well, fuck, I gotta put this guy in somewhere where it won't destroy the whole building.
Right. So he throws him in the vault, closes it up.
Runs out.
So, okay, why? I mean, it doesn't really, I guess it doesn't matter because you're in a vault, you're going to die no matter what. When you pull it out of your mouth, it's masking tape is holding it. He's acting like he can't get the fucking grenade
out of his mouth. It's not duct tape. Like duct tape, you have to get like an edge on and everything to rip it off. A lot of these tapes are hard.
But
masking
I
tape.
Understand for the visual, we got to have him blow up with it in his mouth.
Yeah.
So he's still struggling. Our boy fucking Fang rappels all the way down with Maury and Bob waiting for him down there.
Yep.
And they're like going, hey, yo.
Well, they were just like, hey there, mate. How you doing when we up there in Wilton's chamber? I'm sorry.
You're hard act to foul, mate. What's the encore? And then boom, the whole fucking
Because
building.
Fang says, "Hello, gentlemen. I have all the evidence that Wilson needs to be locked up. I have heroin. I have a confession signed and written and notarized by
sealed, delivered.
him. Signed, sealed, delivered. Have you ever heard of Motown?"
And boom, the whole fucking floor blows up.
Because of the encore.
But it wasn't jet fuel, so we're okay.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's
I
trouble.
What?
That's trouble.
I'm not applying anything. I'm
you
just
can't
saying,
say jet fuel anymore.
Okay.
You can't even be like, "Hey, this is how a plane works. We use jet fuel." You can't do that.
Anyway, Fang just shakes his head, walks off into the sunset. He just murdered a guy, a prominent businessman in Sydney. But he's a cop. He can do what he wants.
That's right.
And then we hear that beautiful song, Sky High, because they got to get they paid $50,000 for that song. They got to play it at least one more time.
Yeah, I just 2 times in a movie is impressive because we've done movies where it's like 45 times throughout the movie you have to hear the song they paid $10,000 for.
Hey, what do you know? Got one in under 2 hours. Aren't you happy about that? You can listen to that on regular speed, Abra.
That's right. I mean, she looked and saw there was no gas and was like, "I could get through this one."
Yeah. All right. Next month, I tried to come up with a clever name for this month, but I'm
We'd even workshop it. You just said,
No.
"My God, this is kind of what." Maybe TBD. Let's TBD that.
don't say we don't do shit for you, because my last poll I ever put up on Twitter, I said I floated the idea, because I know we got some very perverted fans.
They're the worst. They're like, "We want more of you talking about gobbling dicks and fucking
I'm
choking
glad the
down
pussy eating
puss."
talk was good content for
Right.
you guys. Because it's going to be a month of that. Because I floated the idea, do you want us to do sex thrillers? That's a genre we haven't really explored yet.
I'm not even sure I know what a sex thriller is.
Well, you will know by the end of this month.
I feel like some of our Giallo movies were sex thrillers.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about that, because I think the Giallo is
A subgenre?
No, is the
epitome or impetus?
That's not. I'll go with that because I'm struggling with the word, but it's close enough. But
Yeah.
yes, I believe that was like the origin.
The origin
of
okay.
the American sex thriller. I think it comes from this, and we'll explore that when we do it.
Are we doing Basic Instincts or whatever that was?
No, we're
called?
not. But we are going to be doing. No, I specifically picked movies that, by today's standards, were totally fine when they came out, but are totally problematic now, because we'll have some fun with that.
Right.
So we're going to start out easy with the first one. We were just talking about Brian De Palma. By the way, you guys unanimously, I've never had a poll that was like 95% yes, 2 people I don't like to fuck.
And you got 400 votes for it.
4,000 votes for it.
My God.
Yeah. And so we're going to do a Brian De Palma one. This is one we're going to start out easy. It just has a little bit of racism in it. It's called Body Double. I picked this just because it's set in the world of 80s porn, and we know I like 80s porn. So we're going to start you out easy. We're going to work into some very problematic areas, but you can trust us. We're going to navigate it. We're going to lead you through it.
Yeah, no, we're looking at this through a modern lens. Look, I accidentally said Chinaman once, and I felt terrible about it, and I said it again
shouldn't.
to reference the fact.
Why, I don't even know why you should, because if you say Englishman, is that offensive?
I don't know. It's just that word has a negative connotation, and we want people to trust us and want people to understand.
Of course they have to trust. If you don't trust us by now, you're never going to trust us.
You gotta, but I just want people to. I want to make it very clear for people.
Yes.
Because at times we blur those lines. We're some weird people from Detroit. We never show our faces. Like there's no way. There's no way you could ever see the face of Griff as a cowboy being compared to another cowboy in a recent movie. There's no way.
People like that.
That's good.
It didn't go big because, because.
Right. They're a little ashamed of how sexy I am.
Right. They're intimidated.
That's right.
We intimidate. That's why we don't show our pictures. We're intimidating.
Yeah.
We're that beautiful.
Well, your name's Tim for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
And
my mother said,
Tim,
this is an intimidating baby. Tim.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Body Double. You asked for it, and we're going to give it to you real hard. And you better, over any circumstances, keep it warm this month.
And we will not be putting a clothespin on our nose.
We're going fucking face mashed in there.
Muff diving.
Keep it warm.